Alright, this week's tech Xerox machine in your copier room, and then how to send a job to that printer so that it doesn't print immediately but is either delayed or held securely until you go there and in your code. Alright, which recently all copiers in the district, at least one copier in every building, has been set up so that you can print to it directly. Alright, so you're going to go down here to the Start button and click on Devices and Printer. And the following screen will come up. And you can see that I do have my copy machine here in professional development here, but I'm also going to add the one out in the main High School West building. So I come up here to the top where it says Add a Printer, and I click on it. Okay, and it's going to say, do you want to add a local printer or a network one? Well, the ones we want are all network printers. They're located in one space in the building, and then we're going to access them. It's probably not going to come up if you let it search for available printers in this list anyway. So what I almost always do is simply click the printer that I want isn't listed. Okay, it's actually usually quicker anyway to click it and then go and click Find a Printer in the directory based on location than it is to wait for that to go. It takes a while for that to go. So I'm going to say Find a Printer in directory location. And then for the name of it, I'm going to type in the first 3 letters of the building or the short building abbreviation I'm in, and hit Enter on my keyboard. Okay, so now it's giving me all the printers at Shenendehowa that start with HSW for High School West. And you can see that right here it says the High School West Copy Room, which is a Xerox 4595. Alright, so then I click OK. And now it's actually going to connect and add that printer to my list of available printers. It just needs to take a second. It needs to find the printer on the network. It needs to download the driver and install it. It doesn't take too long. Shouldn't be much more than a minute or two. Okay. And you may get this message that says, do you want to install the printer? So you say install. And then it like I said, it's got to download all the little files, copy them to your machine, install them. Alright. So now you can change the default name if you wanted to here. It may or may not let you do that depending on how IMS is set up, so it doesn't let me change it. So I'm just going to click Next. Now whether you want to use this as your main default printer so it prints there every time or not, you want to check or uncheck that box. I don't want to print there every time, so I'm going to uncheck it and leave my printer that's local. So I'm going to click Finished. So now we'll see that the printer appears up here in our list of printers. It's right here. Okay. So I'm going to right-click on that printer and go into the printer properties. You only have to do this setting once in order to do it. So you can see there's a whole bunch of different settings here that you can choose for your printer. Okay. So device settings, security, configuration. And we're going to click on the General tab and Preferences. Okay, and that brings up this screen here. Okay, in this, on the paper output screen, you'll see there's a whole bunch of different things. Normal print job means it prints immediately when you send the job to the copier. Not probably the best thing to do because somebody may be standing in the Xerox room waiting for the copier to finish on the previous job, and you'd cut in front of them essentially. So to be polite, the best thing to do is either use the secured or delayed print. Delayed print means it'll print at some time in the future that you choose, so you could have it print at 4:30. Of course, you have to make sure there's enough paper in the copier at that point in time. Secure print means that you're going to physically walk up to the computer and pick the job. So in this case, you could put in your 8-letter username, and then you can put in a 4-digit PIN, and that's up to you what you choose for that. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. And basically now, if I print a job to this printer, it's going to stay up at that Xerox machine in the queue. What you do is you print it, you walk to the Xerox machine. Alright, first you hit the Job Status button when you get to the copier. Then you're going to look for the tab that says Secure Documents, Store Documents. Then you're going to click Secure Print, click on your name, click Document List, and then you're going to punch in your PIN code on the keypad, the one you selected previously in the step. Click Confirm. It'll show you the jobs you have pending, which you then click on the job that you want to print at that time. Click Print, and then choose Print and Delete. You can save it for later too if you want. Don't forget to close out of all of these screens and put the copier back in the copy mode when you're done. many copies, 130, whatever you set to the printer. You just take them with you and you go. And you set it to have done double-sided stapling, all that from this screen here before you even sent the job. Okay, so that's how you add a copier as one of the printers on your machine, and then how you send a secure print job to the printer. It says what time today your job is going to print to the printer. Okay? How you manage your copier in your building in terms of people printing to it directly versus standing in line to make copies is really a building decision. But if you want to be polite, the best way to do it would choose secure print, send it to the machine, and then walk in, and when the machine's available, simply go to job status, stored documents, secure print, put your username and PIN in, and pick up the job and have it spit it out the machine. All right,